Hello and welcome back to TommithTalks. It's been 8 months since our last podcast, but today I'm joined by a remarkable 17-year-old, up-and-coming Latvian digital artist, musician, and skater boy. It's Ilya! Hey, let's go!
Hello.
So did I miss anything? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Ilya. I'm 17-year-old. I'm a digital artist since 2019, I believe. I produce music every now and then, as well as play a few musical instruments, mostly piano and acoustic guitar.
Nice.
But from time to time, play electric guitar and saxophone. I'm not really good at it, but you know.
Multi-talented. Here goes. Jeez.
I love music. I'm a big fan of the Beatles. Tommy mentioned before, I do skateboarding. I do it for like a year now. Though I skate for like a year, it became a biggest part of my life.
Every day I see like little videos picking up on Instagram, like skating around town. I'm like, great. Well, to get the conversation started, I thought for our viewers, we would play a quick game with you.
Sure.
It's called the quick fire round, and you have to answer each question with whatever the first thing that comes into your head is. Anything that you don't want to answer, you can just say pass, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here goes. What's your favorite color?
Black and white.
Black and white? That's not a color, that's a luminance level. Come on,
Okay.
be more creative than that. Come on, you got this.
Pink.
Pink? Oh, okay. What food do you crave more than any other?
Pizza.
Oh, pizza. Good answer. What song lyric best describes your life?
I do have a song that like sounds like my life.
Okay, go on. What is it?
I think it's Martha, My Dear by the Beatles.
Okay.
Yeah.
The song that best describes your life. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go and listen to that one. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
The ability to fly.
Oh, nice,
Mhm.
nice. What living celebrity do you most identify with?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, we can come back to that one. You can have a think
Okay.
about that. What really gets on your nerves?
When I know I can't do something,
Uh-huh.
but it just won't happen for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me and my art. I agree. Yes, absolutely. Do you believe in aliens?
I do believe that there exists somewhere, but not on Earth.
Uh-huh. Come down, aliens. Come join us, please. If you was famous, what would it be for?
I would say either my art or a music I produce.
In fairness, both very good traits of yours, so I can definitely see you finding fame with one of those. When have you felt the most proud of yourself?
I would say when I first landed a kickflip. Do you know the kickflip? Skateboarding trick.
I do, yeah. I think I've seen your Instagram video on it.
Yeah, the first time I've landed it, that's when I felt the most proud.
Isn't
of
that the
myself,
video where
yeah.
you started cheering and like those guys behind
Yeah.
you looked around being
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened? And you're like, I did it. Yay, here goes.
Yeah.
And then if you had exactly one wish to make that would come true, what would it be?
It's pretty obvious. I need money, so I would
You
say
need money.
I need lots of money.
Hey, look, the world does not revolve around money, but it does make it a nicer place to live in. So, and then a bonus question. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word Tommith?
Your face.
Oh, God. Oh, that's a bit of a weird one. Well, good luck with that. And finally, is there anything about you that you've not told anyone before, but you would love to share?
Ooh, I don't think so. I'm a really open person,
Mhm.
so I'm talking about my life like with everyone, even like with people that I barely know.
Yep.
So yeah.
I feel we're the same. We're very similar on that. I probably shared too much of my life, in fairness, but
Yeah.
People will probably get bored too much by now, but it's okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. I think we've kind of got to know you well now. This is
Yeah.
good. I like it. Talking about then how we met was probably through your photo manipulation. Well, actually, that's a lie. I got to know you
Yeah.
through a YouTube video with someone screaming your name, Ilya.
Oh yeah. I wonder who that was.
In general, I think I probably got to know you through your photo manipulation. So that's not a commonly heard term, I don't think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
So in your own words, tell us, what is photo manipulation and how did you get into it?
So for those who is not familiar with Photoshop, photo manipulation, it's when you take lots of photos, lots of stock images, you combine them together to make an art piece. It could be taking that, I don't know, picture of the cat and putting him in a battlefield or like something like that, you know. That's actually a cool idea. I might do it. And how I got into it, it was 2019. I was watching some Russian Photoshop YouTubers. I have no idea how I stumbled across them, but
They're out there.
you know,
exactly.
I was watching them. I was really enjoying, and I was like, damn, I kind of want to learn how to do it. So I downloaded a Photoshop and I started doing things. I was taking a picture of myself. I was putting some planets behind me, something like that, and I was really enjoying it. Time passes, and I became good at it.
Yeah, like it's really weird because you're 17, I'm 33. I would say I've used Photoshop for maybe 10 years, but just on a very, very amateur level. I kind of studied it whilst I was back at kind of uni, but I moved into video editing and not picture editing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like at your stage now where you was when, you know, however many years ago it was that you started, 2019.
Yeah.
So it's really, it's interesting. Like I've kind of managed to surround myself with these kind of really cool, like quite young artists that I'm learning from, and it's actually quite humbling, especially when you're older. My dad made a comment once when we first ever got like a computer in our house, and my dad would be like, "Oh, come over here and I'll teach you how to use it." And then in school, we got taught how to use computers and even more. And I remember one day, my dad's struggling, and I turned around and said, "Here you go, Dad. I can show you how to do this," because I knew how to do it. And so it's actually a really humbling experience as an older person to learn from new talent.
Yeah.
You've got fresh ideas. You approach things in a completely different way. When I watch you and the others stream Discord, kind of how you create these kind of art pieces, sometimes I'm in complete awe because I'm like, how did you even come up with that? Like, how? But you know, it just comes with practice and knowing the software, right?
I guess, yeah.
What's is there anything you still find challenging?
Oh, I would say finding a good stock photos because yeah, I don't really have that much money to have like a stock subscription to a stock site.
Because sometimes I find pictures on Google that are huge images, like almost 4K images, but they have been built from poorly stocked images, or they're someone else's work. So, you know, the quality of the pixel within the picture is still really, really bad, regardless of if it's a really like large picture. And I think that's a problem as well, that people think just because it's a large picture that it's going to be good quality, but actually that's not necessarily the case. Yeah, I'm still struggling with perspective.
Yeah, perspective is really, really hard thing to learn.
Really hard. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm good at perspective because I haven't the chance to like really work with it. Well, I did something with perspective in my recent post for Benny Productions monthly contest. So I was like, I kind of want to like challenge myself with perspectives. I took a picture of myself from above. So yeah, that was a challenge.
I'm just trying to envisage how you would do that. And I can see you like in a really awkward position trying to take a picture of yourself from above.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I had to put my camera on the tripod on my bed and I had to kneel on my floor.
I could just imagine someone walking into your room at that point and being like, what is going on in here? And you're like, I'm just taking a picture for Benny Productions. Oh yeah, and for anyone out there who doesn't know who Benny Productions is, a YouTube creative who is known for his Photoshop art. He's known for some of his tutorials, but more recently with his realistified videos.
Yeah, he does monthly contests. That's what he's kind of known for.
So you can go and watch him. He sets a monthly contest, gives you some stock images to play with. You can then do whatever you want with those, create a masterpiece, and then he then creates a video at the end, looking at some of the best work and telling you how he feels about them, which I think is great.
Yeah.
He seems to be really good at everything. A little bit like you know. When I first met Ilya, it's like, oh, I'm great at art. I'm like, we see. I'm like, oh, yes, you are. And he's like, oh, I can play the piano. I'm like, oh, okay, how good are you? He's like, oh, play me a song. And I'm like, oh, I sing him a song. And he's like, 5 minutes later, playing it on the piano. I'm like, okay, you're one of these people, are you? Okay, I understand now. Well, that's a great curveball, actually, into our next topic, because of your musicality. You're actually one of a few people that I know with what I call a good, perfect pitch ear. And that is someone that can can listen to a song and essentially break
Yeah.
it down into its components and start playing it on a piano?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have the perfect pitch, but what I do have is understanding how the song sounds like, what it should sound like on the piano. So I'm like converting a song to a piano sound in my head, and then I just have to find the right keys to play.
Uh-huh.
That's what I do. I wouldn't say I have a perfect pitch, because perfect pitch is a bit different. It's when you like in the matter of seconds can play the song.
When you listen to a song, how many times do you have to listen to it, do you think, get it fairly accurate?
Well, it depends on the song actually. If the song is like pretty simple, if it has like 4 chords and quite simple melody, I can listen like once through
And
it.
you're telling me you don't have a good perfect pitch here? Are you kidding me? Yeah, like for quite a lot of us, Ilya, we have to listen to that about 100 times before we can start getting it down on a piano. And you're like, oh yeah, I can just listen to it, once and then start playing it. So I know that you've got a couple of music inspirations in your life.
Yeah, it's
So tell me a little bit about them. So I know of one where you're a huge fan. Tell me, who are your biggest inspirations in music?
the Beatles for sure. They're like great. I stumbled across Beatles when I was like 3 years old because my mom is a big fan of Beatles. She used to have a collection of their CD discs. So yeah, basically my whole childhood I was listening to the Beatles because my mom was listening to them.
That's actually a really nice relationship to have, don't you think?
Yeah, because it's like when I find like, I don't know, when I stumble across like some interesting fact about the Beatles on the internet, I'm just like screenshotting it, sending to my mom, and I was like, Mom, look at this, and she was like, oh, I know it already,
Yeah, come
like,
on, Mom,
"Oh,
I'm
come
new
on."
to this. Please, let me in. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, I grew up with an interesting musical background because I have 4 sisters. So my mum would listen to people like The Cause and Kate Bush and Simply Red, and then my dad would listen to Bon Jovi and Queen and Deep Purple, and then I had like some of my sisters would listen to like Britney Spears and the Spice Girls, or Alanis Morissette. She was into her dance house music, so in that kind of weird world where everything was okay.
Yeah, me too. I have like a really weird music taste.
I can agree to that, everyone. I just want to put that out there. I've heard some of the stuff that this guy listens to, and I must admit, it's pretty epic.
I can listen to, I don't know, some African percussion thing, and I would enjoy it.
Yeah, of course. But that's what I mean. But like, that's weirdly, I think that's why, in a weird way, I actually came drawn to you quite quickly because of your weird taste in music. That actually both of us would be sitting on Discord and would both be humming along to all of these songs.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm not the only person in the world to really like every kind of song on the planet, really.
Exactly, yeah.
And enjoy it and it be fun. When did you start learning to play the piano? How old was you?
So my granddad bought an electric piano, which I'm playing every day, almost. So he bought this electric piano for my mother.
Wow.
Because she used to play the piano when she was younger. She didn't have time for it. It was like collecting dust. It was 2015 when I like, oh, we have a piano. Why can't I just play it? I was playing around, like
pretending to be Elton John.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly, yeah. And I'm playing piano for like 7 years now, something like that.
Yeah, wow, nice.
I'm not that good for someone who plays pianos for 7 years, but I'm fairly decent, I would say.
Have you had any lessons or anything?
No, never. No, I'm a self-taught.
Would that be something that you would like explore later on down the line? Maybe with all that money that you get from your one wish?
I don't know. I was thinking about taking singing lessons because I really wanted to learn how to sing.
Yes.
But oh boy, I've never taken any lessons except for like English private teachers.
First podcast that we're going to hear Ilya sing. Oh my god, what are you going to sing for us?
No?
We'll
see about that. We'll see about that.
No exclusive today. That's a shame. That would have been fun.
I might.
If you had to sing though, what song would it be?
I want to say Beatles, but
who's the other guy that you like a lot?
Jacob Collier.
Jacob Collier, that is it. I was trying to think of his name. The guy who is incredibly talented in music.
He is. Wow.
How did you find him? Because someone from Latvia, you know, sitting out there wanting to get to know some awesome talent. How did you stumble across Jacob Collier?
I was sitting on YouTube, scrolling, and I saw his arrangement of a song that called, I think, Moon River. And I'm like, oh, okay, that would be interesting to see. And I liked it. It was really good. And then I forgot about him for like a year.
Sorry, Jacob.
Yeah, and after a year, another of his songs popped up on my recommendations, and I'm like, oh, I think I know this guy. Let me check out his stuff.
I stumbled across him also on YouTube. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a fan like you're a fan.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy his stuff and I think he's really creative and musically he's incredible. But the video that I remember so vividly in my mind, I think he done a video with like a blues or jazz artist on a piano, and they were basically both challenging each other on the piano to like rework this kind of bit of music, and he was just so good. And I remember watching this jazz/blues musician kind of looking at him being like, wow, okay, all right, kid, I see you. And I think that's someone who's good when
Yeah, he is good.
you know, from your peers above, they look down and are incredibly impressed, and that's what I saw.
Now he has a perfect pitch.
He does have a perfect pitch, which I'm very jealous about.
Yeah, me too.
So, you know, we were talking about film the other day. What kind of films do you like? What's in your top list of things that you still want to see, you know?
Truman Show.
The Truman Show, okay, yeah. That's where Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
is it? No, not Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey plays a person who is in a fake world, and they're recording his life from birth to when he's older, right?
Yeah.
And then,
I think American Psycho. That's what I
oh,
want.
very good, with Christian Bale. Yes, that's a very good film. I really enjoyed that.
Oh my god.
I thought you were about to say The Devil Wears Prada. I was like, also a great film. Just putting it out there, okay? If you haven't watched it, add it to your list, you know?
I haven't, no.
Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep, and I always forget the other lady's name, but she's also a brilliant actress. And it's just great. It's a great film. You should watch it.
Oh, I think the name of the other film was The Django Unchained.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino film.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Weirdly, I'm probably going to get slaughtered in comments for this, but weirdly, I'm not a huge fan of his work.
Really?
Not that because he's not good, but I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why. I think because on some respect he's a little bit abstract.
Yeah.
I don't know the best way to explain how I feel, but he obviously has a style which lots of people enjoy and love, but for some reason I just can't get into it.
Well, not everything for everyone, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then earlier we were talking about your love for skating.
Yeah.
How's the grind going? You've learnt a few tricks. You can slide down poles. You can go up a ramp. I really actually enjoy watching people skate, but I'm not fearless enough to physically get on a board myself.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
How did you start learning?
Well, so yeah, I'm skating for like a year now, but I bought my first skateboard like 2 years ago. Because my friend, he said, "Oh, do you like skateboarding?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do enjoy watching skateboarding videos." And he's like, "Then you definitely gotta buy one, and we can skate together." And I'm like, "Sure. I mean, I do have some spare money, so let's do it."
Let's go.
I was taking my skateboard to my school, skate around the town, but I've never actually went to a skate park to learn tricks. And then a year later, I received a message from my friend, and he's like, "Hey, I bought a skateboard. You wanna like skate sometime?" I'm like, "Sure, let's go tomorrow." And we went to a skate park. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his company. We were skating together for like 5 months. Well, basically, he stopped skateboarding.
Why? What happened? Did he hurt
I
himself?
think he just lost motivation to like learn new stuff. But luckily for me, I met quite a lot like skateboarders. Now I do have skateboarding friends, people to skate with.
That's nice. That's very nice. So you've kind of built like a little community around people that you skate with. I think that's one of the things that I'm drawn to when I see people at skate parks. You can see people of all ages, of all abilities, but they seem to mingle amongst each other.
Yeah, yes.
You know, if you look at any other quote unquote sport, people will only see you for your talent. So if you want to go and play football, people are like, oh, come on, you need to get better at this, you need to do this, you need to do that. And there's this pressure, right, to get better, to kind of join a team.
Yeah, you don't need to be good. You just need to have fun. That's the whole point of skateboarding. I love everyone is so friendly with each other.
The last time I went to a skate park, I took my camera with me and got some really awesome shots. But the reason I couldn't start skating, and I hope this doesn't put you off, Ilya, because I promise you this is a once in a lifetime thing that's ever going to happen. But I was working on a film, and one of the scenes in the film was in a skate park. So we had all our camera kit out. Like, this was a proper professional film, a whole cast and crew there. The idea was we had this awesome BMX artist that was going to come in and do some tricks in between the different kind of skateboarders as they were going around the park. And it was a really awesome scene, and everything was set up. We started to film, and for whatever reason, the BMX biker, he went to go into his first trick. He got his leg caught on his bike. So when he got up to the top of the ramp, he got stuck, like stopped himself when he got to the top. So he just kind of fell down the ramp again. He basically dislocated his like hip bone, his knee, and his ankle as he came down.
Oh, wow.
So I work in post-production video editing. So when we got it into the edit room, we didn't realize the sound man continued rolling. You basically heard every break on the way down.
Oh my God.
And it was like the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in my life. I think that's what put me off. Maybe I'm just afraid of getting hurt.
Probably. I'm not really scared of getting hurt because I view it as a part of journey. You know, if I break my arm, okay, I won't be able to like skate for what, like half a year. Okay, it's a part of life. Come on.
You are fearless. You kind of put your mind to something and don't think about what the consequences are. You just give it your all. And if it works out well, it works out well. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Have you learned any new tricks recently?
No, but yesterday I figured out what I was doing wrong with my previous tricks I've learned. So that's nice. That's a good feeling. I would say I kind of relearned trick from scratch because I was doing it wrong. It was the backside 180. So basically it's when your body and your skateboarding turning 180 degrees, but backside. So your back is facing the way you're moving.
So why did you have to relearn that? Because you forgot how to do it, or because you wanted to perfect how you was doing it?
I would say I wasn't happy with my consistency on that trick. So I kind of had to like relearn my shoulders position, my squat, and like pop the trick, you know.
All these terminologies, I have no idea what they are, but well, you know. If you wanted to give anyone advice into either getting into photo manipulation or into music or even into skateboarding, what kind of advice would you put out there for someone, you know, who is your age or younger, or even someone who's older than you that maybe wants to give it a go?
I will say my go-to phrase: trust the process.
Yes, you do say that a lot, actually.
I do.
Especially when we're doing photo manipulation and we're like, oh, that looks okay. Maybe this can be better. And you're like, trust the process.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, anyone who wants to follow Ilya on Instagram, you can find him at Art of Ilya. All the links can be found below, along with some locations to my new art project.
Hey.
Yay, Tommith_art. So you'll find those in the description. Ilya, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you.
And listeners, if you want to get involved on this conversation, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video.